What's going on, my good people? This your boy Blackout Jones. And the title of this video is Another Man's Loss is Another Man's Treasure. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Another man's loss is another man's treasure. I'm going to talk about that and a whole lot more, but before I do, you know what to do. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, follow, share, comment. It definitely helps the channel. For those that have subscribed, thank you. For those that continue to support Just Shooting the Sports, thank you. For those that may not have subscribed, but still view my content, please subscribe. But also, thank you for supporting me. Without any further ado, this is Just Shooting the Sports. Let's get it.
Survive by lectures.
Like I was saying at the beginning of this video, another man's loss is another man's treasure. And what I mean by that is, let's talk about it. Colton Hood. I want to talk about Colton Hood. The Colton Hood that committed to Michigan State, but then flipped his commitment and committed to the University of Auburn, Auburn University. And then transferred to Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffs and played 1 year. 1 year. 13 games, 24 tackles. He had 2 INTs. And he played behind the eventual Heisman Trophy winner of last year, Travis Hunter. So this year, he was supposed to be the focal point for the Colorado Buffaloes. And that just didn't work out. As in the words of Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. He goes into the transfer portal, and then he commits to the University of Tennessee. One man's loss is another man's treasure. And that man who lost Colton Hood was Deion Sanders. Pretty sure he wished he had him now. Would it have mattered? Who knows? But I know a man that appreciates this treasure, Coach Hyper himself, Willie Martinez himself, Tim Banks himself, because Colton Hood has been lights out since he made his debut against the Syracuse Orange. And what a debut it was. In his first game, he had 4 tackles, 3 pass breakups, and returned a fumble 22 yards for a touchdown against Syracuse. I was there, and it was lit. But this has been a phenomenal get for Coach Heupel and the defensive staff. Why? Is because we already knew his upside. Deion knew his upside. And then, this is no disrespect to Deion Sanders. I love Deion Sanders as a player. I love him as a person. You know, coaching, I mean, let's be realistic here. He only really looked good when he had his sons with him and Travis Hunter. Since those guys have left, mediocre at best. But that's nor here nor there. I'm not going to sit here and disrespect him, you know, because, hey, I can't even coach a college football team if I could, if I was given the opportunity. Because why? That's just not my thing. So kudos to him for even having the opportunity to do so. But with all that being said, Colton Hood has been playing phenomenal. And when I mean about phenomenal, look, his stats through the first 5 games this year: receptions allowed, 7. Yards allowed, 56. Forced incompletions, 5. Passer rating when targeted, 40 0.9%. He has 2 defensive touchdowns, a scoop and score and a pick six, which happened last week against Mississippi State. And his PFSN numbers, or cornerback impact guide, which is Pro Football and Sports Network, is sitting at a 98%. So he's doing very well. Doing very well. Definitely a great get. Definitely has been playing well in place of Jamar McCoy, because, we were missing him. Of course, took up the slack for Ricky Gibson, who was, of course, out for the rest of the year. But the word on the street is Jamar McCoy allegedly will be playing or coming back against Arkansas. Hopefully that is the case. Haven't really seen any concrete evidence that he is going to be back for that game. But he's heading in the right direction, and I'm pretty sure that feel confident that he's going to start. And if he does, that'll be even a bigger plus for that secondary. Because last week, the secondary played lights out. Yes, the defensive line got to Blake Shapen, got to, the Mississippi State quarterback. But how does a defensive line sometimes get to the quarterback? Great secondary play. That's how that happens. Because there were times where he just didn't have no one to throw it to. And he had no choice but to take the hit. Now, could he have better pocket presence? Yeah, but he didn't. And that's what led to 5 sacks and a scoop and score off of a sack fumble. So the sky's is the limit for Colton Hood. My only thing is this. I hope he stays more than 1 year, because wherever he has went, he's only stayed for 1 year and he has transferred. I hope that being here at Tennessee and having the success that he is having here at Tennessee and the culture that is here at Tennessee, I hope that it continues, because he's just a redshirt sophomore right now. At best, next year could be his last year if he puts up these numbers that he's putting up this year. If he puts up bigger numbers than this year, because it's just 5 games in, we got plenty of season to go. It's nothing but up from here. If he put up better numbers next year, yeah, he's definitely an NFL draft pick. And at that point, he has a decision to make, whether to play his senior year or go to the league. That's it. So, how do y'all feel about Colton Hood this year, man? Y'all feel very excited for not only this season, but hopefully for next season? If so, hey, comment below. Any thoughts that you may have in regards to Colton Hood? Do you have any thoughts about, is there anything that you would like to see more from him than what he's already been giving us already? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. But anyway, just wanted to come on here and kind of give Colton Hood his just due, his flowers, if you will. Because, we've heard, the Joey Aguilars and the Chris Brazzles and, the defensive line and what they're doing. And of course, the anticipated return of Jamar McCoy, and Todd Redmond, getting beat by Georgia, but then coming into his own, because he played well against Mississippi State. Very proud of him. I just wanted to kind of pay homage to Colton Hood and give him his just due. And like I said, give him his flowers. So, as I always like to say when I talk about those Tennessee Volunteers and that power team, go Big Orange, go Vols.